So I spent 2 days rockhounding with my dad, and I think this will have to probably be 2 videos because I've got a good 50 minutes of footage here that I'm going to try and cut down into 2 15 or 20-minute videos. And there's just too much goodies to show and talk about. A lot of it is this agate and jasper material, and we found a ton of fossils. So I'll show the best agates and jaspers and try and show all the fossils, at least those that I've recorded so far. We had quite a few in the bucket that I've brought home that I haven't even recorded or got pictures of. But let's enjoy some rockhounding, bit of music, and unfortunately it was super windy. You can see the bushes shaking there, so I had to cut out a lot of sound for the wind in this one because no one wants to listen to that. Bunch of shells in this one. Oh, that's gonna be good. Oh, look at that. I don't know if I can wait. Maybe I should break it with the hammer. We'll go grab the hammer. But it's solid agate. That is solid. So yeah, my dad found this interesting one, which we'll look at closer later. I might even cut it open once I'm home. But then I had found this really weird one. It is like a death plate, but another little death potato, a death carrot. It's full of fossils on the one side, but not too much on the other. You can see there's some there actually, but weird one there. As far as the eye can see, nothing but beautiful colors. Oh, whoa, look at that one. Looks way more blue in person. So originally we were looking for, well, all sorts of things, just looking for whatever was different. And I was looking for a lot of different stuff in the beginning, but at some point we started to realize all the fossils were in the same kind of two types of jasper-like material. And there was some in the agate-like material in chert, but started really going after that jasper with the fossils in it at some point around here. So let's check out a few more of the finds, a bit of the rock hounding videos, and then we're going to cut to the end where we're going to look at some of the stuff back at my house, and we're going to check some of it out in the UV. And yes, there's going to be a part 2 and probably a part 3. Oh, here's one of those ones I've been calling fingerprint jaspers. So again, sorry it got super windy here, but check this one out that my dad found. We're not sure. We're going to call it a jasp agate because it's a jaspit, definitely. It's got that weird skin to it, that weather-worn, sunburnt skin. It's a big one. But then Mary, my stepmom, she brought these ones up the hill. Look at those, and we forgot to bring those home. Not this one, but the other one I thought looked awesome. It's like a giant version of those fingerprint jaspers, and those big ones are laying all over up there, and I forgot to grab one to bring home for my mom. I got 3 other big ones for her though, so anyway, back to the hunting. So here we were just in the car moving to another spot, and check out this one that my stepmom Mary found. That is awesome. That's a big stem. Really cool. And then check out this one. Look at the colors in that. I brought this one home and I'm gonna do a freeform polish on the flat lap. That is really interesting. Any good fossils? Oh yeah, it's a fossil for sure. Part of the shell. Yeah. Probably has more inside. Druzy fossil. It's even covered in crystals. Did you see that? Crinoid, agatized crinoid in a jasper. Did you want a cookie? So just to clarify, what you could not see earlier that I was calling jasp agates were things like this that have the micro banding in them. They look like jasper or chert, but clearly have agate banding visible, even though it's small. So, throughout the video when I say jaspers and jasp agates and jaspits, I'm usually referring to this micro banding present throughout the jaspers. Anyway, there'll be a lot more of that to come in the next video. As for this one, here's a couple more of the little things we found on our way out, like that really weird blue one, this awesome fossil. That one we're going to take another closer look at later, for sure. Oh, this one fooled me good. I thought for a second it was something like moldavite, and I thought I found an impactite or something of some sort. And I don't know what it actually was, just some sort of weird crust on a weather-worn rock. But as I mentioned, we'll take a look at some of the stuff back at my house now, look at some of the shots in the UV, and we'll go out on that, and we'll see y'all for part 2 next time. So I took one of these ones from Utah, I cut it open, and I polished part of it. It takes a nice polish. It's got a little bit of ghostly plumage in there. Kind of disappears in the light with the backlighting. And no UV reaction in this one, sadly. But it is still a nice material. It does polish up well. We might cut up more of it. Just sadly was a little plain inside. But I brought this one home, if you remember this from a little earlier in the video. And this one really pops in the UV. I was hoping that one would, but let's look at this one. Okay, so ignore the little bits of blue fuzzy fibers, because that's from the towel. I had to dry it off. But look at that piece. That's like a hidden fire inside. Most of the ones in the UV have been green. This is one of the few I've noticed that was actually orange. To some of you, it probably pops a lot. For some weird reason, the orange doesn't stick out to me as much in the UV, especially right there. It's very hard to notice it at first. So it makes me wonder, out of all these other ones I brought home, everything there, and there, what else do we think glows? We found so many fossils and stuff, I almost forgot about this one. That's in the black light. Let's look at it in the normal light. Wow. So that's the part that was glowing in the UV right there. A little crinoid. And there's some other crinoid fossil bits you can see throughout this stone. Even some there. But that one there really pops in the black light. Yeah, so not only do we have that crinoid there, the obvious indentations of some other ones, you can see some nice crinoid stem imprints on the outside here in the skin. So this one's got some good ones in it, for sure. There's some more on the back side here. That one's got some nice little ridges in it. Let's look in the black light one more time and you'll see a little bit of orange in this one. It's got some other color going on down here. Again, ignore all the white fuzzies from the towel and stuff. Some lichen there. Let's see what's on the back. Just more of that lichen popping. Cool. Let's look at some of the other ones. So a few of them definitely glow. But that would be because they're mostly chalcedony. At least the ones that are glowing. A lot of them that I brought home do not glow, or at least not much. You can even see this one, which is actually a little root beer color during the day. Has a bit of an orange glow, but none quite as much as that one. So this is most of what I brought home in my bag with me from my dad's. So as you can see, it's not a ton of stuff. But there are some funky ones. Look at these ones. What's up with these? There was this one. Oh my gosh, we'll definitely take a closer look at this one next time, because that's definitely a fossil. What is it? Well, Tyler had a pretty good guess on that one. I think he might have been right. Ooh, can see a little, like that, another tip there. Looks like coral. Anyway, we'll get into much more of that next time. We're gonna look at more of the fossils up close. Figure out what some of these agate, look at the eye in that agate. Woo! Figure out if they slice up really nice and if some of them will cab up. Anyway, this video was a little messy, a little hectic. I kind of just, at the end, just threw it together because I want to get this first part out. So we're gonna have a part 2, potentially part 3, and we'll see y'all then. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, any of that. It helps me a lot. We're about to hit 700 subscribers, and I can't wait to hit 1,000. I appreciate y'all. Have a great night.